Okay, now it's your turn to try. Here are 6 different questions. I want you to do question number 1, number 5, and then 6A. Pause the video, do those 3, and then we'll come back and do them. When you do number 1, remember you have to multiply through, so this is 10i, this is minus 15i squared. Now we know that I squared is minus 1, so that made a positive 15. So 10i plus 15. That's not in proper form. 15 plus 10i is the proper form. And that's the answer you should have gotten on number 1. Math's not very hard. You're just learning how to manipulate the numbers. Let's try number 5. On number 5, you have 8 over 11 minus 5i. So you have to multiply by 11 plus 5i. 11 plus 5i in both places. And so at the bottom, you're going to get 121 minus 55i minus 55i. First one, I'm sorry, was a plus 55i, so those are gone. And then minus 25i squared. Again, minus 1, so that's plus 25. So 121 plus 25 is 146. Okay, so we know that all of that's 146 on the bottom, and this becomes 88 plus 40i over 146. You can take a 2 out of all of those. If I take a 2 out of that, that becomes 73 over 44 at the top plus 20i, and so that ends up being my answer. So it's 44 over 73 plus 20i over 73. There's my answer. The numbers are big, but you're just having to manipulate the numbers around. Okay? Now, I didn't teach in the last video how to do 6a, but I'm going to show you real quick, and then I'll let you apply it yourself to the second one. I to the 5th means I times I times I times I times I. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, those two make an I squared. Those two make an I squared. And then you have an I left. Well, I squared is minus 1. That's a minus 1. Minus 1 minus 1 is a plus 1 times I. The answer is, all that's left is an I. So really, if you take out how many pairs, if I went back to the original, I don't want to write it like that all the time. In pairs, I squared, so I have 2 of those, which makes I to the 4th, and I have 1. So really, I have I to the 4th, which if you go back to the first video is equal to 1, and all I have left is I. So 1 times I is the same I. So figure out how many in there, and you can figure that out. My suggestion, try the other ones to make sure you can do all of them. If you get stuck on it, ask someone for some extra help. But those are imaginary and complex numbers.